जय श्री माता जी। ऑनलाइन उपस्थित सभी सहयोगी भाई बहनों का ध्यान सत्र में हार्दिक स्वागत है। नमस्कार करके कलेक्टिव बंधन लेते हैं। तीन महामंत्र तत्पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र का उच्चारण करते हैं। चित्त को सहस्त्रार चक्र पे स्थिर रखते हैं, प्रार्थना करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमारे आत्म साक्षात्कार को दृढ़ कर हमें एक आदर्श सहयोगी बनाइए। इसी अवस्था में कुछ क्षण ध्यान में बैठे रहेंगे। अभी हम श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी को ग्रहण करते हैं।
Today we have assembled here to do the puja of Vishnu Maya. Vishnu Maya is created through human effort also. As you see, the clouds, when they rub against each other, then the electricity is created. So first the clouds have to be created. The sun acts on the sea. See how many chakras come into play. Sea is the void and the sun acts on the sea. Also the moon acts on the sea. As a result of that, clouds are created. This electricity is not created in the ocean. That would create problems. It is created in the sky so that everybody can see it, can hear it. They see it first and hear it later. It's all well organized, well calculated. That is Vishnu Maya. But it was created also with some understanding by human beings on this earth. First of all, they saw the two clouds rubbing each other. So, in the primitive stage, human beings tried to rub two material things to create electricity. So, two material things, that is, two parts of matter, when rubbed, created the electricity. It's very significant to see. Matter can be used to create electricity. The spark of the electricity comes from the matter. Without matter, they could not have started cooking the food. So, how it has helped the void? First, from the ocean, it went into the sky, gave the message to the people to create the electricity. See the love. Then people learned how to cook the food for the digestion to be easier for human beings. How it comes back? From nature, how human beings learn and do it for the good betterment, hither of human beings. This benevolent energy, which was meant for the benevolence of human beings, again was utilized. As you see, this is the creation, all this is of Vishnu Maya. That's why it's a Maya. With electricity, you can create a Maya. You know that very well, how you can create it. So many are here, luckily, in such a spontaneous way, so many who are dealing with this electricity in creating Maya. America is so much helped by this electricity, by Vishnu Maya. You are not thankful to it. Like you have got Niagara Falls, you have so many falls here. Again, the water, when it falls, it's come from water. When the water falls on the lower level, very lower level, then it moves the turbine, and those movements can create electricity. So you have hydrostatic electricity. Also, the electricity is produced, as you know, through coal. Now here, again, the Mother Earth works out for the betterment of human beings to create the coal in her being. I think she must be taking all the badhas, absorbing all of them in her stomach, and must be burning the stones inside her to make the coal. And then that coal is used for making electricity. How much the nature is working for our betterment. Your New York would not have been there but for electricity. It stopped for 15 minutes, and you knew the power of electricity. You cannot move without it. You cannot exist without it. That's why it had to be used and created, given you so much of benevolence. You cook with it, you see with it, you listen with it, you enjoy with it. You wouldn't have your televisions. You wouldn't have anything without electricity. You won't even have these exits here written. You would have walked into the walls. So much of this Vishnu Maya has worked. But she is a Maya. She can create a Maya. And this has created a big Maya in the minds of human beings, that we are on top of the world. You are not. If electricity recedes from you, you will become again the same primitive people making electricity out of rubbing the stones. Take it from. This flow of electricity is available to you for your good and not for your destruction. But what has happened today is that using this electricity for your destruction. I remember about, say, 30, 40 years back, or even earlier, when we saw the films, they were not colored films, American films, were beautiful films with substance in it. They wouldn't show one married man running after another married woman. None of these stories. Very pure form of beautiful family life. Everything nourishing was shown. We don't hear of any such thing where they showed evil winning over. Now you find they show a thief, and the thief becomes the hero. Then the people see those films, and the children, especially I've seen, have that thief as the symbol of something great. So they are going against the void completely, against the religion that is within us. Absolutely. The thing that was to nourish the void, the one that was to sustain you in your valencies, is now disturbing the void completely. That's the Maya part of it. The same electricity which was to give you the right path, the light in the darkness, is now sucking you in like a magnet towards your destruction. This is the Vishnu Maya who came to this country in such a big way and then spread all over. Has given ideas to everyone. People picked up all your techniques, all your styles. You have Hollywood and all these very famous people here who have thrived on this electricity. But without thanking the Vishnu Maya, they started doing things which were against Vishnu Maya. This Vishnu Maya is the one who has helped you because she is the sister of Sri Krishna, and because this is the domain of Sri Krishna, she came down here to help you. Now she's the sister. This must be understood very well. Now sisterly relation is a pure relationship. Now of course everything is so confused. But that's the purest relationship between the brother and the sister. The brother is protected by a sister. And the sister's chastity is looked after by the brother. A brother who doesn't feel hurt if his sister chastity is in danger or she plays about with her chastity, he is not a brother. He is not a brother anymore. He is responsible to see that his sister keeps her chastity. Only her chastity can protect him. It's a mutual working. This feeling, if it does not develop, that she is my sister and that I have to look after her chastity, for that I have to behave myself well, so that she doesn't find faults with me. It's such a cleansing process this relationship has, as much as the electricity has the cleansing process for you. Everywhere what the electricity does, a sister does for her brother. She cooks for him. She tells him the right path. She enlightens him and sometimes shocks him also. They have to have certain shocks, otherwise they will not know how to work it out. And the best of all, she's the one for whom you have to be very careful to know the technique how to handle your sister. If you do not know how to handle your sister, you can be absolutely wrong and you may get it something that you would never expect to get. So one must understand how to handle a sister. In this case, we have to know that the same was born again at the time of Sri Krishna as Draupadi. She took her birth as Draupadi. And when Draupadi was attacked by the Kauravas, they wanted to remove her sari. To remove the sari itself is a symbol that they challenged her chastity. Now, if you see in the Maya Nagari, women have no sense at all that they should cover this part of their body. In this Maya Nagari, the other way down. When I heard a very responsible person saying that in our culture, women must expose their body. What is this culture? Is anti-Krishna, completely anti-Vishnu Maya. Such people will get into trouble, I'm sure, with electrical problems. The brothers who do not bother about the chastity of the husband of their sister and also support him and asking to do wrong things, hide his things, are also equally responsible. Like in Sahaja Yoga, you know that a sister is to be protected, and the sister husband, if he is doing anything wrong, he is to be told off by the brother. Like once in India, one newspaper passed some remarks about me. My brothers were up in arms. I thought, now it's going to be terrible. How am I to manage it? It was a big problem. They were going to go to the courts. When I told them I'll not go to the courts, or I don't go, but we'll go. They told my husband also. My husband and my brothers put together was formidable. I didn't know what to do. I wrote to one Sahajogi that go and see the editor of the newspaper, tell him that these are my brothers, be careful. They are very powerful people in India, and from here my husband. It's terrible, but they would not apologize. So I thought of another Vishnu Maya, that there was a big strike and the paper was closed for exactly 6 months. And they had to go in for a very big losses. And when they started, the people who were working there came back and said that, why did you write against Sri Mataji? We are not going to come back. And they had to apologize. So how the brother's love can compel even Adi Shakti to do things that she would not normally do? In the same way, when Draupadi was challenged, Sri Krishna was not in Hastinapur where it had happened. He was at least more than 1,000 miles away from that place. But said that Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Garudalai Siddhare. He came on his Kandor with all his weapons, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. All these he brought to save the chastity of his sister. There are many incidents in our history. I don't know if I can cite anything in your history. But I would say, when I see Abraham Lincoln, I think he was a great brother to the Statue of Liberty. The way he fought for women in such pure love and without taking any money, without charging them anything, to punish the husbands who were drunkards. That's just like a very good, powerful brother to be here. But those feelings are now dying out, I think. But say in Russia, when I went to see Lenin's house, and throughout, apart from his wife, was his sister, who helped him to type for him, to do all his official work. He has written volumes and volumes of books in that small age of 54 years. Volumes. First of all, he was in Siberia. And just imagine, this sister of his has typed most of it. Throughout in the whole tour, we felt the presence of the sister and the way she has helped her brother. This relationship is so pure, which doesn't want anything. A wife may say that if you don't me a coat, I'll divorce you. May in England, possibly in America, they say so. But a sister cannot divorce. She cannot divorce it. This time in the newspaper, they published the name of my brother. So I said, what can I do? He's my brother, so he's my brother. So it's good, bad, anything. He's my brother, I cannot divorce him. It's something, a relationship which you cannot break. Nature has given you this relationship. But when you come to the collective, it's very important that we must respect this relationship. If you do not respect this relationship, you cannot work out collectively. Like in a party I go and I feel something very funny happening. Somebody's wife is entangled with somebody's husband. All sorts of funny things happen. But in collective, if you know, except for my wife, the rest of them are my sisters. The purity settles in like that. You don't have to worry. They are my sisters. And your eyes steady out. Innocence starts pouring out of your eyes. It's a very, very simple thing. So in the eye, when you get your realization, you get a glint. Must have seen there's a shine. That is Vishnu Maya. That is the Vishnu Maya which shines through your eyes. And she's the one who makes you through the Maya of Vishnu Maya. This glint in the eye you must have seen in people who are realized souls. And this glint in the eye is the one that makes you understand and feel the beauty and the power of sisterly, brotherly relationship. In the beginning of Sahaja Yoga, I found it impossible to establish this. So I said, let's try the Vishnu Maya. And it worked. Actually, naturally we know this is wrong. We know that it is wrong. Naturally. You don't have to have a law for it. One lady came to America with her brother. And she told me, when I had not come to America, it's a funny place. She said, I went to America and we wanted to stay in one room because they wanted to save money. They said, no, if you are brothers and sisters, you can't stay. She said, why? I mean, in India, if you are brother and sister, you can always stay. If you are not brother and sister, then of course, you can stay. You don't stay together. The other way now, if you are brother and sister, you cannot stay in one room in a hotel under law. And it's a father and a daughter, you can't stay in one room. Absurd. I mean, for us Indians, it's a shock. I said, but why? I just couldn't understand. Now I know what it is. That it has become now a law. To that extent, to us, it is absurd to have such a law. And as we have learned so many things from you about electricity, you also better learn from us certain thing about Vishnu Maya's powers. There's no harm in learning something for the roots. Because if the tree has gone wrong, it has to learn something very much essential from the roots. And that is it, the purity of relationship between brothers and sisters. But the sister relationship always gives a very big cementing force for the husband and wife. I know if my husband tries to trouble me, his own sister will be after his life. And he better be careful about it. And same with me. If I do anything wrong, my brother will side with my husband and not with me. So it cements the relationships very well. In the history that I know of, two very beautiful incidents I'll tell you, which come to my mind today, is one of Shivaji. When Shivaji, it's twice it has happened in his lifetime, which is very remarkable. He was once presented with a lady who was very beautiful, and people had plundered her things and all her ornaments, because she was a daughter of a Muslim courtesan, as you call the courtier. And they tried to plunder him, and they brought this beautiful woman before Shivaji. So Shivaji looked at her and said, "Please remove your veil," because Muslims have a veil. And when she removed her veil, he said that if my mother was as beautiful as you are, I would have been equally beautiful. What a thing to say! What a poetic thing to say. That is that if you were my mother, I would have been as beautiful as you are. Means you are my sister. And then he got very angry with all these people and asked them that you better take her away and never do such a thing to anyone. And not only, but he gave lots of ornaments and lots of things to her to say that she's a sister going to the husband with all respect and regard. And this gentleman, her husband, was a very deadly enemy of Shivaji. How he solved the problem with such purity. And then this gentleman became sort of a milder person with this gesture of his. Second, in his lifetime, we hear about a fort which is now very close to my house in Pune. There was a Rajput lady called Kamal Kumari who was entrapped by the man who was the officer of that fort, who was a Muslim. And he was telling this Kamal Kumari that you must marry me, and she would not accept. They had brought her from somewhere, sort of by force. And she would not accept. She was Rajput. And he said, by tomorrow, you'll have to marry me. This lady didn't know what to do. So with someone, very secretly, she sent a letter to Shivaji with a Rakhi. But it reached the mother of Shivaji. Mother sent a letter, sent a message to Shivaji on a horse that come here as fast as possible. If you are eating your food, then come here to wash your hands. To that extent. And Shivaji was so obedient to his mother, very obedient. One has to learn from his character. He rushed there because obedience was his power. He rushed there and asked mother, what is it? So she said, no, I want to play chess with you. He said, why now? I must play chess. Couldn't understand. And she played chess and she won something. She could have told him, but she just wanted to sort of put a Vishnu Maya on him. He lost. Mother, what do you want? He said, today I want you by night to capture this fort. Today? Yes. Then she showed him the letter and the Rakhi. Rakhi was so powerful that a mother had to ask her son, who was responsible for the deliverance of Maharashtra from the clutches of the Muslims, that he should go to this fort and capture it. Such a powerful message out of that string. So, all right, came out. He was quite upset how to do it. Suddenly there was one gentleman called Tanaji had come to invite him for his son's wedding with his uncle. And he saw him so upset. He said, "Why are you so upset, sir?" He said, "My mother has asked me such and such thing." He said, "All right, I'm going. You don't have to go, because you'll have many Tanajis like me, but we have only one Shivaji. I'm going to do." He said, "But your son is going to marry." He said, "First let my sword marry this fort, then I will marry my son." Such people we had also. Such sacrifice. Only on that Rakhi. Think of that. Only one Rakhi. All right. They didn't know this girl. They didn't know her father. They didn't know anything about her. They had never seen her. Can you think of somebody who will do like this in modern times? We are supposed to be very evolved, powerful, great people. Even in the pictures, we need not show it. Nobody will come to see such a film because they'll feel so low. And he went there and he used a kind of a big lizard which went and fixed the nails. With a rope, he climbed up and they conquered and won that fort. It was decided that if they are successful, they should lit fire which Shivaji can see and come down. He saw the fire early in the morning, so went there. And under a tree, the dead body of this Tanaji was lying. He looked at it and he said, "We have got the fort, but we have lost a lion." That's why it's called as the Fort of the Lion, Sinhagad, which you can see from my house very clearly. But these are the monuments of a small thing called a Rakhi. A small symbol of expression that can capture forts after forts. Another one where I've told this story before, but I'll repeat it today, was when Alexander the Great arrested one king called Puru. Alexander had married an Indian lady, and the great Alexander was in jail. That was the day of Vishnu Maya. So she sent, this lady was very clever, his wife. She sent a Rakhi in a small little thali, covered nicely, to the king Puru. And as the rituals are, that day this was presented to him. So he had to accept. If it is sent, you have to accept. The sister sends it with deliberations, but you have to accept. And he accepted it, and it was tied. Then he said, "Who is my sister?" They said, "Your sister is the wife of Alexander." He said, "Oh God, that means I have arrested my own brother-in-law." Immediately becomes a brother-in-law. Immediately. No marriage took place, nothing, is a brother-in-law. He rushed to the jail, fell flat before the great emperor. He couldn't understand what's happening to Puru. Why did he do all this? He said, "Sir, I'm sorry," in his own language. "I'm sorry, I didn't know you were my brother-in-law. I'm sorry, whatever I've done. Will you forgive me?" and all that. And he brought him, asked him to sit on his throne. He couldn't understand what's this going on. Please, made him sit there, garlanded him, did his arti, gave him ornaments, gave him big garlands of diamonds and rubies and things, and touched his feet, washed his feet, and then with great honor sent him home. Couldn't understand, has he gone mad or he's possessed by someone? He must have thought some Greek has possessed this fellow, the way he was surrendering him. But when he went home, his wife was smiling. He said, "Why are you smiling?" He said, "I knew the trick will work with Indian mind." What was the trick? She showed him one stick. This was the trick. He couldn't understand, started looking at it. What is this? He said, "This is the Rakhi. This is the thing I sent him. This is the symbol of a sister. That's how you are released." Alexander sat back. He said, "Oh God, these people can release their enemies on a string. I can't capture these people. They are too good. They are too subtle. These subtleties we cannot understand." And he turned back. But he took some poets with him who sang his praise, how he was, what a generous man. But I must say it's rather surprising to see such a subtle man in Greece. But maybe that was the time for them to understand subtleties. But today I don't have much hopes. As I've seen them, they are not that subtle. They only have people like Onassis, who are their heroes whom they worship. From where to what we have come. How we have used the same good things for horrible things now. How far we have gone. And I would say the same Vishnu Maya has now put into this Maya that you go to hell now. Finished. It is she who has arranged this for. She doesn't think that Americans deserve to be inside. It is she who is fighting me. She says, "Mother, forget it, forget it, forget it." See the films. One worse than the other. You see the recent pictures, the modern ones, you can't even see them, you have to close your eyes. The same power now is for your destruction, used by you only. You are using it for your own destruction. All these films are working you out to fight each other, destroy each other, how to kill each other, how to be violent, how to be ugly, how to be shameless, how to have no self-respect and no respect for others is all coming through these medias. Your children are so rude. Nobody listens to anyone. Nobody respects the elders. If somebody is a simple, honest, intelligent, brilliant man, they think he is a fool because he doesn't know how to outwit you. He doesn't know how to talk sharply because he doesn't know how to insult you all the time. The whole film industry is now working out how to coin more insulting words. The more insulting words there are, the better it is. And that's what the public wants, because now it has become an economic thing to use films for economic purposes. When money becomes everything, what is prostitution? You get money, what's wrong? What is wrong in destroying your family? You get money, it's all right. Now, are you going to take this money with you, or are you going to leave these barbaric children on this country? What are you going to achieve? And the money orientation is so much that people say that Americans are the most miserly people. They are very self-indulgent and the most miserly people. While here it is the Vishnu Maya, which is the most generous thing. She burns herself up to give you light. And the miserliness also comes with money orientation. They are also very mischievous. Sometimes they try to play such tricks which are very heinous and horrible. Then electricity has to work. And I don't know about her, how she'll work it out. But she's very angry with Americans especially. Because this is the country of her brother. This is the country where her brother rules. And she wants everything to be all right. Because from here is generated all these nonsensical films, nonsensical things which are destroying the whole world. AIDS is one of the blessings of Vishnu Maya. It comes from left Vishuddhi, people do not know. You start perspiring on the left Vishuddhi to begin with. When people start feeling guilty, they should face it and get rid of it. Of course, it starts, as you say, with right-sidedness. But this right-sidedness ultimately ends up into left Vishuddhi. And then the residual part of it starts generating this kind of a weakness in a human being, because it is also the pure form of motherhood. Is the center heart, is the pure form of motherhood. You see a child, you see a girl who is innocent. What interests her is her little doll. She's a mother out and out. If she's properly brought up, from very childhood, she's a mother. And motherhood is the epitome of womanhood. There are some Sahajogis also who are so stupid they don't want to have children after marriage. They should get out of Sahajoga immediately. We have not done all this to have people here who cannot produce children. If they can, they should. The reason is there are so many great souls who want to be born. These are the great fruits which are going to be prospering on the tree of your family life. And if you do not want to have any children, then what are you doing here? So the Vishnu Maya's main thing is that a woman has to be a mother. Then that motherhood gives her that special capacity to shine. Now it starts with the left Vishuddhi, the AIDS goes to the center. The center heart is challenged. The motherhood is lost. That's how the antibodies become weak. Once they are attacked, they become weak. They cannot fight the disease. And that's how the person who gets AIDS has to face things in such a manner that it has no antibodies. So he becomes allergic to everything. And he dies. To fight the AIDS, the sisters and brothers' relations must be established so that sisters can look out for men the way they are behaving, and they should look out for sisters the way they are behaving. In this whole satanic movement, I find the men become physically attacked and women become mentally attacked. And it's such an attack that women are difficult to get out of. First of all, we have to decide what is our goal, is to become the spirit and not a sex point. This Maya has changed your goals completely. It's going to make you into worms, or I don't know what else. Actually, this is what the Americans have to understand. Where are they going? Everybody thinks that Americans are half mad, if not full mad. Any American coming into any organization, oh, beware, American. Americans may not know about it. They never consider an American as a completely sane person. What is the reason? Because of these queer, weird, stupid ideas there. But I heard that here the people claim that we have a fundamental right to be stupid and mad. This kind of a thing that is moving today in the country where you live, and if you have to save it, you have to turn their faces towards God. You have to turn their faces towards self-realization. And this is a very, very difficult task for which you all Sahajogis, I request you and I pray for you that you develop that kind of a power, which is the power of Vishnu Maya, that you shine with the power of Vishnu Maya. When I see your Statue of Liberty, I think she is the Vishnu Maya here standing. Why didn't they make a man stand there? Why a woman? She is the symbol of the sister of Vishnu Maya. And if you have to have your liberty, have it. But liberty of wisdom, not of stupidity. And this is what I have to tell you today in this great country of Sri Krishna, that you better be on the lookout. Better be on the lookout. You can say that she really rules in a proper way in South America. And that was a domain too. And there, electricity is not so prevalent. But the perversion has started because they started producing cocaine and other horrible things to spoil your electricity. One feels guilty with one thing in the North America, and another one makes it bad through cocaine and is nicely transported here for you to spoil your Vishuddhi. This is an attack on Vishnu Maya, another attack on Vishnu Maya from the south, because they are exporting. And once I asked them, why do you export it? He said, that is their lookout to save their people, it's not our lookout. In Colombia, officially, they feel that if the Americans cannot look after themselves, how can we look after our people? And they're making a big money out of you because you paid so much attention to money. All right, have it. We'll also have money by giving you this horrible thing to spoil your Vishuddhis and take all your money if you think money is that important. It's something, a very big play. It's a Maya. It's a horrible Maya into which this country has gone into. And you have to do it by shining examples to show how startlingly it is horrid the way we accept things so easily. I'm sure this Vishnu Maya will crack certain nuts here, and I hope it will create a new path for Sahaja Yogis to follow, to get more people into Sahaja Yoga in a proper, dynamic way and settle them in Sahaja Yoga. May God bless you.
निशब्द ध्यान में बैठते हैं। दोनों हाथों को जोड़कर श्री माता जी के श्री चरणों में प्रार्थना अर्पित करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आज का यह सामूहिक ध्यान हम आपके श्री चरणों में समर्पित करते हैं। श्री माता जी, संपूर्ण जग में विश्व निर्मला धर्म स्थापन करने हेतु कृपा कर आप हमें सहयोग प्रचार प्रसार का एक शुद्ध और सशक्त माध्यम बनाइए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमारी सभी प्रार्थनाओं को स्वीकार कर हमें आशीर्वादित कीजिए। नमस्कार कर कलेक्टिव बंधन लेते हैं। आज का ध्यान केंद्र यहीं पे संपन्न होता है। आप सबका हृदय से धन्यवाद। जय श्री माता जी।